Welcome back. If you're without a job and looking to get into the workforce, don't lose hope. Eastland Fairfield Career Center's Adult Workforce Program can help you get to work and fast. Joining me now is Marketing Manager Kelly Fuller. Kelly, thanks for being with us today.
Thanks for having me.
Who is the ideal student for this program?
We have a lot of different students that come in. It can be anyone from the traditional 18-year-old just graduating from high school, or what we're seeing a lot more of in the last few years are our adults 30s, 40s, 50s, and older that maybe have been victim of a downsizing or they're re-careering, and that really that kind of runs the gamut of what our student looks like. It can be anything, again, from that very young person right out of school or even someone coming back for their GED. We actually have individuals come in for that as well.
Because we do think about people out of work, but there are also people who just wake up one day and say, well, I don't really think I want to be doing what I've been doing for 10 years.
Exactly. And I think the nice thing is with the Career Center and Adult Workforce is we have a wide variety, a huge menu of programs. So depending on what you'd like to go into, there's quite a bit to choose from.
And all the classes are accredited, but local businesses also play a role in this?
They do. That's how we determine what we're going to offer. Our curriculum is really driven by what we call advisory committees. So we work with local business and industry, heating and air conditioning contractors, doctors, physicians, dentists, to create our programs like HVAC, medical assisting, and dental assisting. And it's really driven by their need to get a good workforce.
Okay, and the schooling actually is pretty fast. People can actually get on the road to a job in how much time?
Yeah, really our longest program is 11 months, and that's our HVAC, the heating, ventilation, and air conditioning class. And that is, again, the longest one that we offer. But some of our programs are as short as 6 months, like our basic police officer training and medical office program. And
are people actually getting jobs once they're out?
They are, and I think that's the main thing. When adults come back to school, those are the questions that they asked immediately, 2 of them. Is there financial aid available? And we like to say, yes, there is. And also, what's the job market like for this career? So we are helping to get them lined up, again, with those business partners in the community that are helping us design our programs.
Well, let's go back to the financial question, because a lot of people do say, gosh, that sounds great. They might be watching this, but they say, you know, I just can't afford it.
Right. Education is a big investment of your money and your time. And the nice thing is with our full-time programs, and that's any class 6 months or 600 hours or longer, are eligible for Pell Grants, just like college and university, or student loans if you're going to finance that way. And there are other opportunities out there too through Job and Family Services, and if you're a dislocated worker, there are other pots of money that are available to you as well.
Okay, you talk about these adult workforce programs as career laddering classes. What is that exactly?
A career ladder really is something where an individual can come into an education experience, maybe by a credentialed program, like I'll use our medical assisting as an example. It's a 9-month program. They can come in, get an industry recognized credential, and go to work right away. And that's a very sustainable wage. They can live on that wage as long as they want to. But if they decide at some point in time they'd like to go on and get an associate's or bachelor's, they can use the credit that they received at our Career Center then to leverage that to an associate's program or a bachelor's program at a cooperating college or university.
Okay. Well, one thing I really like about your program is you've taken careful thought about these careers, these different choices that you're giving people, because so many jobs right now are outsourced. Are any of the jobs on your list, are they eligible to be outsourced?
We hope not, and that really is, I'm glad you brought that up, that really is one thing that we look at. We look at creating jobs that are, or creating classes that will result in jobs that are sustainable, livable wages, because again, we're working with an adult population. And the other part is we're looking at creating careers that there's a local demand, it's an organic career. The example I always use is if your furnace breaks in January at 6 a.m., you're not calling a call center or an offshore provider, you're calling someone in your community that's trained and able and willing and is going to come and fix your furnace quickly and get it running. Same with police officer, medical assisting, dental assisting. These are programs that we believe are in high growth fields.
What if somebody out there says, gosh, I don't really know what my strengths are, but I know that what I'm doing right now maybe is just not quite right. I want to move towards something else. Can you help people with that?
Absolutely. We have a division at Adult Workforce that we have a career counselor that works specifically with adult students that are re-careering or just at a place in their life where they're trying to decide what's the next step. And we also have assessment testing. So if you're not really sure what you'd like to do, what your interests are, or where your skill set lies, we have assessment coordinators on staff too to kind of help put you through a battery of tests and really gear you the right direction.
And I'm sure that you get to hear some amazing stories about people's lives who are just completely turned around by this experience.
We do, and I think that's the ultimate reward for working in this field. We've had individuals that come in, that are coming in to get their GED because something in their life earlier, prevented them from completing high school. And they're coming back as an adult. We have one young lady came back, got her GED, went immediately into our pharmacy technician program, went to work right away at a local pharmacy, and within 2 years was promoted to a senior manager level position.
Wow.
It's a terrific feel-good story, and just a really, really nice reminder of why we're in this.
That's wonderful. Well, Kelly Fuller, thanks for joining us today with the Eastland Fairfield Career Center. I wish you all the luck.
Thank you.
And for more on classes offered through Eastland Fairfield Career Center's Adult Workforce Program, you can just log on to eastlandfairfield.com.